So what is cooperative care? Well, basically, cooperative care involves teaching an animal a consent-based behaviour using positive reinforcement. This gives an animal the choice to opt in and out of certain procedures or handling that is required. So why should we look to give our dog choices in handling or treatments that they might really need? Well, giving choices to animals increases confidence, reduces stress, and deepens the trust and relationship that they ultimately have in us. It basically empowers them to have a bit more of a say over what happens to their body. There are lots of different behaviours that we can teach our dogs in order to achieve this. There are two behaviours that I tend to choose to teach. One is mat work, which can be great for nail care or handling where you may prefer the dog to be lying down, or a chin rest where you may prefer that your dog is standing up and as still as possible, which is great if you need to apply eye drops, ear treatment, anything like that. The idea of this training is when the dog does the behaviour that you have taught them to do, that is your signal to go ahead and do whatever handling or treatment you're planning to do in that training session. For each cooperative care behaviour that we teach, the dog must have a very clear way to signal to us that they want the handling or the treatment to stop. So for mat work, this could involve the dog stepping off of the mat, or if they're lying flat, by raising their head off of the floor. For chin rest, it could involve the dog lifting their chin out of position, and that is the cue to the handler to remove hands and stop what they're doing. Each time the dog is able to perform the behaviour whilst handling or a treatment is applied, they will be rewarded with food. However, this is where it could get confusing. I will also reward my dog when they choose to stop opting into the behaviour. I will explain that more in the videos that I create as we go through teaching dogs how to do this. But it's really important that we're not communicating to the dog, you only get things you like when you do things that you find difficult. For some dogs, when we withhold food because they haven't done the desired behaviour or the action, they can find that really difficult. And when it comes to cooperative care, chances are what we're trying to teach them to do is also very difficult. So I always like to make sure that I am rewarding my dog for making good choices. Even if the choice they're making in that moment is to say, no thank you, I would like to stop.